Hey guys, Ridalgar here, and I was going to show you a deck that I thought was pretty interesting. Um, I've been checking into this new deck that a lot of people have been playing. It's called Frog Monarchs. Now, Frog Monarchs has a bunch of different variations, and because it doesn't play traps, um, it gives you a bunch of different options to play a couple more spells and a couple more monsters, um, effectively allowing it to combine with a multitude of decks. So I was looking around, and one of the coolest ones that I saw so far was this variant that I'm going to show you today. And it's one of my favorites because in the beginning, this archetype was my very favorite archetype, and this is actually the archetype that made me want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I watched the TV show. So yeah, I guess we'll just get started. You'll pretty much understand once you look down because I drew this mat a little while ago. So yeah. So as you can see, it's an absolute zero build of Frog Monarchs. So yeah, let me just show you guys the build. First, we have 3 Gen X Undyne, or Undyne, or whatever you want to call it, and 2 Gen X Controller. They're, in my opinion, better than Swap Frog because they give you a +1 when they're summoned. Um, and then they give you this Treeborn Engrave, which seems pretty good to me, so I like that. I like Gen X Controller. And then 2 Malicious, because it's one of the best Destiny heroes. If it was a 3, we'd play 3. 2 Diamond Dude, because he's a Destiny hero, and you can hit him with Destiny Draw. He can be fused for 0. And because you run only spells in this deck, so no traps, there's a higher chance of hitting spells. And then 1 Stratos to search out any of those 4. 2 Caius, because he's the best Monarch in the game. Now I'm missing some of my Monarchs because my cousin has them, but this is going to be a Caius, and this is going to be a Ryza. Or maybe this will be a Caius, this will be a Ryza, and then this will be a Thesaurus. Or no, Mobius, Caius, Ryza. Yeah, that's probably going to be how it goes, but they're just with my cousin right now, so I just don't have them. But if you don't have any, if you have extra ones, Mobius and Thesaurus, still great Monarchs. 1 Sangan, because it's a great searcher. 2 Treeborn Frog, because he's basically half the heart of the deck. 1 Fishboard Blaster, because this gives you formula really quick. 1 Glow Bulb. I know you probably like, what the hell? I don't know. I'm putting this in here, and then once I get a Gaia, since this is Earth, I can remove this sort of special Gaia. I don't know. I'm kind of debating on it right now. There are some things that I'd rather have in besides it, but it makes 1-for-1 more consistent, so I'll have it in there for now. 1 Plague, because you can Plague stack, and then you can get the Plague stack off your deck with Glow Up Bulb. So these 2 cards kind of would come out together. That's why I'm running both of them. Then 1 Trag, and then 1 Gorse. Next, for the spells, we run 3 Enemy Controller, because it's such a broken card with Treeborn Frog. It's like, don't pay anything and you take your opponent's monster, which is pretty amazing, so I like that. I'm playing 3 Miracle Fusion. I like 3 Miracle Fusion just because it gets me, it's more of a chance that I'm going to draw it, and it's a 1-for-1 for a 25 beater that has an amazing effect. So I like this card a lot. 1 Future Fusion. I know it's like, oh, well, you don't get Treeborn, but you gotta be careful when you play it, because if you have slight field advantage, then you can play it. But if you don't have the right kind of field for it, then don't play it. It's simple as that. Just don't. If you don't want it, if you don't have the right setup, just don't play it. You know, I don't. Just some people. 1-for-1, because you have so many level 1s, and then you have a bunch of cards in your hand that sometimes you'll draw and you want to get straight to the graveyard. Rhoda, because it searches out monsters in your deck. Foolish Burial, because it gets those monsters that you need in your graveyard. Now here's my draw engine for the deck. 1 Pot of Avarice, 1 Destiny Draw, and then 1 Allure of Darkness. I like Pot of Avarice because it'll send my formulas back. I like Destiny Draw because I can get my monsters back to my hand if I really need them. And then 1 Allure of Darkness because I run a good amount of darks in this deck. So Allure is pretty consistent. Then I run 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Giant Trunade, and 1 Mind Control. This Mind Control I run because I can get tuners really easily. But if I had a choice, I'd rather run Treacherous Trap Hole over this card. But unfortunately, I do not have a Treacherous Trap Hole. Alright, now on to the Synchros, or Extra decks, since there's more than Synchros in here. 2 Formula Synchron, or well, 3 Formula Synchron. I don't know, I might have miscounted however many cards I have in my extra deck, but I'm pretty sure there's 15. 3 Formula Synchron, 1's with my cousin right now, so 3 of those. 1 Android, 1 Ally of Justice Catastor, 1 Hydrogenics, because I don't have Locomotion Genics right now. Locomotion is really good because it's very consistent with Caius and Malicious. So I'd rather have Locomotion, but for right now I have Hydrogenics because I just have sometimes I'll have the Undyne, and I'll be like, okay, I just want to go a little more, so I'll push with a Hydrogenics, and I don't know. It's working out for me right now. 1 Goyo Guardian, 2 Black Rose Dragon. I'm considering putting this at 1. 1 Scrap Dragon, because you can easily have ammo every turn with Scrap Dragon, so it's a good card. 2 Stardust, because you need those level 8s, because you're going for level 8s constantly. And then 1 Shooting Star, because you can sync with Stardust with your formula. And then last but not least, my favorite card of the deck, 3 Absolute Zero. Amazing card. If you have more than 1 water on the field, he gains 500 attack. That's 3,000 beater. And when he's removed from the field for any reason, not just destroyed, not just sent, when he's removed from the field, any reason, you destroy all your opponent's monsters, which is really good. So that's my build for that. And if you guys have any questions, post them in the comment section below. Any suggestions on the deck, that'd be great also. You know, all the great stuff. Comment, rate, subscribe. Hit that little yellow button, guys. I need some more subscribers. I'm at, I think, 0. So, yeah. If you could do that, that'd be great. Thanks for watching, and see you later, YouTube.